Hello again, Raphael fans, and welcome to a Shockana Toy Reviews. 2 idiots, 1 camera, and a review. I'm one of your reviewers, Wilson. Sitting next to me is the man who knows everything.
Toast.
Berg is not here tonight. He doesn't care about reviewing his least favorite turtle, even the corpse. This is what we're reviewing. Once again, another GameStop exclusive 2-pack.
Yep, this is DC Collectibles, Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Donatello, and Batgirl.
You can say that. Ooh, boxes. So here the two of them are. They come together as with the other ones. If you've watched our Raph and Leo review, you get one hero turtle and one hero Batman character. So let's just jump deep into paint and sculpt here. So this is the Batgirl Burnside costume that has become popular and all the rage. I actually really love this costume. I've always loved it since I've seen it. And I have a few other Batgirls with this costume. And this one is one of them. Honestly, I haven't played with her much. The little I did move her around, what happened was I was getting up here and moving her leg, and this leg popped off at here, which is funny because then you can see moving her leg around pushes this loose belt piece up. And even though it's supposed to be at a slant, it's supposed to sit lower. So moving this around is kind of a chore. Gets in the way a little bit. I'm not really good at talking about paint and stuff. I can tell you if it looks accurate, which of course it does. All of these have done great looking accurate. But paint wise, unless it's a major flaw, I can't really tell. I'll let you go into paint. I will mention that her, like Robin, her cape is made of a plastic, so you're not getting a cloth cape with her.
It's true. So I've looked at mine. We both bought this set. So we have 2 copies. The paint is good, at least on my copy. She's got accent lines all over the outfit. She's got some slight around the elbow black lines like the Ninja Turtles, sort of just accent lines. But there's not much going on, and what is there, I have a smudge on her bat symbol, just dead center.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Right in the cleavage area. Perfect. Right.
So I think that's the only problem on mine. Otherwise, like it's small details, but it's well done, and I think the paint is one of the strongest pieces of this. When I picked it up from GameStop, the guy brought out 2 from the back room, and he gave me my choice based on paint if I had a preference. So I thought the eyes on this one were slightly better than the other one, and that's the only reason that I got this set over the other. I thought they both looked good.
Yeah, they did a good job with the buttons on her shoulder pads and on her neck, at least on mine. Now, I have to point this out because I know Mr. Berg it would drive him nuts as well. This color, yellow/gold, does not match her boots at all.
True.
It's glaringly obvious. More so from the side, because when you look on the front, she's got more detail, like the laces are painted. Some of those boot details are a little sloppy on my copy. Her gloves, those colors match. Her belt well, which match the actual foot, but her shin calf area does not match the other golds. And the cape matches really well. So, yeah, they did a pretty good job. I wouldn't say she's super strong in this department, but, I mean, I'm glad I don't have a smudge in the middle of her boots.
Yep.
Is that all you can focus on now that you've seen it?
Now, yeah.
Did you see it in the box?
No, I was playing with it yesterday, and I didn't notice until just now.
Okay. Well, sorry that ruined that for you. Let's move on then. So we got Mr. Donatello. Now, I will say that out of all of the designs in the cartoon that these are based off of, Donatello for sure is my least favorite. At least definitely the face.
The face, for sure.
It's just god-awful. I don't know what made them think that was a good idea.
You know what I was thinking? So in certain video games and even anime, there's like a mimic character or a shapeshifter. Mm-hmm. And Donatello looks like a shapeshifter mimicking Donatello with that face.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't look like a real Donatello face.
He's, again, got all the accent lines, so he looks right out of the animation, which is a good job. What's strange is his headbands seem actually softer than any of the other turtles that I've had. That's because his just kind of naturally flop over his back, so that may be why they seem softer, or it could just be that I'm crazy. And you can also see here, though, the D on his belt. My belt is painted quite badly. Lots of overspray, overspillage, whatever the fuck there.
I think he's very similar to the others that we've already discussed twice.
So on my copy, looking really close here, so this knee right here, you can see is scraped off of the paint, and it's shiny there, but that's because I also had to glue it. Now my problem was when I got him out and was moving him around, I couldn't do both of the knee bends here. And after looking at it, it was because, well, I could tell the peg wasn't going through all the way.
Oh, wow.
So it's one peg all the way through each side. This side was fine. When I bent it, then I noticed that this part here was sort of separating, which was the reason why the peg wasn't going into the hole, or one of the reasons. First, the other reason being that this part, the inside of the hole, was not shaped right, so they didn't take enough plastic off, so it was smaller.
Wow.
So the peg couldn't fit in there. Add that to like the crack that was on top right here that was causing the knee piece to split. There was no way I was getting that in there. So what I ended up having to do was take tweezers and a small screwdriver. I had to separate this part from this part, which was easy. And then I made the hole big enough that it would fit, smoothed it out. Once I was able to get the bar through and get it connected well enough, I glued that together up there. Wow. And now I haven't had really much problem. The only problem is while doing that, the paint came off in the one area. But it turns out that's not the only spot that the paint comes off on this figure.
Oh, God.
Like the other guys, it's a tight hold on their weapons.
The hands are inflexible.
So on my bow staff, that's horrible. Right there, that's silver, you can see. But if you look, you can also see green. That's the green paint from Donatello's hand, from him holding it, because the hands don't move. So once you get it in there, and it's in there, even though the staff does come apart, you can pull it apart, which is nice. That's how you're able to actually get it in his storage pack. It's still so tight, when you take it out, you're scraping the paint off of his nice hand.
Oh, man.
So that was a bummer. Not only do I have a turtle with wounded palms, almost like, what do they call that? Stigmata. I have a bow staff that's horribly painted and now has green on it as well. So very, very poor quality on this.
That sucks.
Yeah, I was not happy. I mean, I can't say I was excited to open this set. I wanted the set to complete the turtles and everything.
Agreed.
With the quality that I had found with the other turtle sets, I was expecting better. And I feel like I'm Mr. Berg at the moment.
Well, we'll get there.
It only gets better from here.
Uh-huh.
Doing articulation again, it's almost the same as the other turtles if you've seen our reviews. Head can get good left and right, almost no up and down. Arms out, up, down. Single joint right there at the elbows. And again, the pad sticks out. That's pretty intrusive. You can wave side to side and the hands go all the way around. Good posing with the hands.
I'm going to interject real quick regarding the hands.
Okay.
Because I don't remember on the other turtles, and you have them off screen, the wrist joints being so obvious. Here we can see Michelangelo. His wrist is fully hidden. Leo it's right at the edge. You could just barely see that there's a break there. And then here's Raph, just perfect wrists. And then comes Donatello, and you can fully see the ball outside. Like, what is happening here? I know we're about to get to the hips, but what is up with these elbows? Like, this one goes 90 degrees. This one does not.
Really? It's different?
They're asymmetrical elbows, and I don't understand it.
I didn't notice that. Wow.
So hips.
Hips are the same design, or same shitty design, as Berg would say. It's the one peg all the way through. My hips are so loose. I need to fix these. I didn't fix them purposely because I was waiting for the review, but you can see they're loosey-goosey. Throw some future on that. Like all the others, the double jointed knee with the piece there that we've talked about twice already.
Very tight knees.
Yes.
It takes a lot of effort to get both joints to move.
Then the nice tilt on the feet and decent down almost no up.
Right.
He stands fine. I haven't had any problems getting him to stand. I don't know any cool poses to really ever put a Donatello in other than sitting or just standing there with his staff or as a corpse.
The hips, I think, have the same problem as the elbows or the wrists, where it's just, it's a visible joint that I don't like these legs at all.
Batgirl, again, is standard for what we've seen pretty much. Her head actually can get good left and right, even though her hair gets in the way, and her hair's actually harder plastic than her cape is. Strange. She can do all 360. She's got the 90-degree elbows. Wrist is the same as all the others. She doesn't have a waist. She has a top torso, which gets great range, but looks crazy. They don't give you a waist, I think, because of this belt, even though they made it a loose piece, so they easily could have. But what the hell?
It looks like it's two pieces.
It does.
Her abdomen and pelvis.
It does, but, you know, with her leg popping off and me spending an hour fixing Donatello, I don't give a fuck at this point. Like, I'm just ready to say, you know, okay, she done have it. The barbell hips, and she gets okay range. Her knee bend, double knee joint, is decent. It doesn't have a piece there, but for some reason it doesn't get great range either. She doesn't have boot swivel, but her feet do tilt back and forth nicely. Mine doesn't really get up, or at least she gets some backwards real well. Can get her to stand. When I set her up, she'll be fine.
Just going on a shelf?
I mean, if there's space. Just like the other packs, they get a bunch of stuff that will fall out of the tray if you try and stand it up without anything. So you get 2 flat hands, like hi-ya hands, like what Leo came with. So it got 2 regular fists and then the gripping fist. Slice of pizza for both characters. TCRI canister of ooze is both staff. This cool little device, which is actually able to open the shell communicator, and this is also what he uses in the movie to find the Batcave. And then he's got a second head,
alternate head,
that has a weird helmet. I don't remember him ever wearing that, but it may be when they were, I think at one point they drive that truck, the Ninja Turtle like garbage truck.
I'm gonna try to remove that helmet.
He's like Perceptor here if he didn't have the helmet.
You
know what I mean? Look at that.
So I was looking at this yesterday,
and he's got a good face.
And it is a better face. The helmet is not attached at the bottom or at the back. I think it's only at the top. So I'm gonna try to heat it up, remove the helmet, and then swap heads.
How are you gonna get the thing on the back?
We'll see. Whatever happens with it, yeah, I'll show it during the Michelangelo review.
Batgirl's pretty standard in terms of the bat stuff, just a few minor differences.
The Batarang, a couple of these terrible things that we've talked about before.
Let's see if hers staying.
Oh.
That one stays. Wow, so it's just Robin's who are shitty. This one's almost too tight. Well, actually it is too tight. I really can't get it in all the way. What the fuck, man? It's like me in toy form. Only consistency is inconsistency. Like every Batgirl that they've released since Burnside, she comes with a cell phone. It's an irritating accessory. I'm tired of these teenage girl characters coming with cell phones. The Revoltech Spider-Gwen came with one. It's, again, something I'm never going to use.
Gwenpool.
It's painted decently. It's got the bat symbol on the back of it. Very tiny.
4 hands.
Yeah, different size opening hands to hold either the smaller accessories or the grapple gun.
And what I'm sure is some plot point injection.
Yes, this injection is it's the cure for a mutant toxin kind of thing. I don't want to spoil the movie for you that you still haven't seen.
Still have
3
not
reviews
seen.
deep.
Yep.
All right, I'm hoping by number 4 you maybe at least watched half.
Me too.
Okay. And then that, I don't even know what that fucking is. It might just be an extra tube of
That's
what's
what it looks
in the
like.
syringe. Yeah. Like the others, most of the bat accessories are useless other than the hands and the
hands.
batarang.
Yeah. I think the canister is nice if you had a display or something, but just
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with that otherwise.
So being an idiot, when I first got the bow staff out, now granted this is DC Collectibles, so to me it doesn't seem too dumb to think that they would make it so it's shaped like you couldn't get it through his sleeve in the back because the ends of the bow staff go out. And I was like, there's no way this is going to fit.
I tried the same thing.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, it comes apart. And that's how you get it in, both to his hands and with this. No problems. And it looks good. It works very well. So that's cool. That's it for accessories. And for size, host would say, it's all my toys. We got the Eastman and Laird NECA Turtle, and then the NECA movie Donatello. I don't have the cartoon Donatello from Target. That's the 1-2-pack I was not able to get my hands on. Here we have the released Bat Family characters. King Shark Batman. Included gills. Robin doing one of the 2 only stances that he can do.
He can pose better than that.
Yours can, mine can't.
They look good together.
Boy, I can't wait for that Alfred.
Ugh.
And again, go.
Damn it.
Perfect timing, dude.
So this is Earth 2 New 52 Batman. Obviously, Batgirl. This is Essential.
Yeah, it's the most recent Batgirl that was released by DC.
And then the Multiverse Batwoman. I don't know what her stated age is in the movie, but Batgirl is clearly smaller.
I get the impression that she's an early college student.
So she
Like
should
a
be
freshman in college.
She should be a full-grown adult.
Possibly. Maybe she's a little stunted. You don't know. It is Batgirl, so maybe she's a senior in high school. Even then, why are these kids running around with Batman in the first place? It's so irresponsible.
It really is.
And when the set will be completed, this is basically how it's going to look. Raph, Leo, yet to be released. Michelangelo, so instead we're using the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive version. Maybe some exclusive where he's wearing the Batman suit. But I can't imagine the figure is going to be any different than this one.
No.
I think they look pretty damn cool together.
Yeah.
I like it.
Raph is badass.
Yeah. Raph's a fucking tank, too.
Yeah. I had it.
Alright, you have a certain amount of time.
No. I had it. She wasn't on camera.
We'll sort of give it to her.
It's got better feet. Yeah.
Yeah, easy. No problem. Turtles have had no problems passing it so far. Alright, so time to figure out what we think about this. This set has been the biggest letdown so far for me. I know Berg really didn't like the Raph 2-pack that he got, and he's pretty much hated these toys ever since he's seen them. This one, with mine coming broken and having to repair it, along with just the natural problems that he has and the looseness, and along with Batgirl, I'm just not enthused about her at all. If they had taken the time to actually give more thought into her accessories, I think that's the problem with the Batman guys, is they all have the same standard accessories. You get a batarang.
Yep.
You get a hand, you get a grappling hook, you get 2 grapples. Whereas if they varied it up, the Turtles are a little more varied, so they're a little more fun. She would be better. I have like 2 other Batgirl toys with this costume. This one being my favorite, even though she looks the most mature. She's got the best articulation. I also have the one that came with the bike. You can watch that review and see what we think of that. Another win, DC. I have to give this pack a 1.5 out of 5 hammers.
Wow.
I'm very disappointed. Part of that may be just based on expectations set by the other packs, because I've had enough fun with them. This is the most fun I've had with this pack, is setting up this scene right here. I hope Berg enjoys it too. There's no reason to get this unless you're going for the complete set.
True. So this might come as a surprise. I'm actually going to give this set a 2.5.
Wow.
Right. I opened them yesterday. I was playing with them for a bit, and I've said this in multiple reviews now, but I'm more of a shelf toy guy where I set them up and I don't really play with them that much. When I was playing with them, when I first got them out of the package, I was extremely disappointed. After the initial play time, I was watching TV, I set them up on the coffee table, and they were just standing there for a couple of hours, and from even just 3 or 4 feet away, they look fantastic. It's when you try to play with them that it's really annoying. The articulation is terrible and visible, and he's got that derpy head that's sitting in Leo's hand right now. And I'm not going to use most of those accessories, but for what I need, and you saw it a few minutes ago with the shot of them standing together, they look fantastic together.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I want them to do is stand in a group shot and just stand there on my shelf. And for that reason, they look great. Even Batgirl, I didn't really care about Batgirl. I honestly only wanted the turtles. The Bat characters to me are just a +1, but they look good together. I think for me, it's when comparing these two other toys that is when I get disappointed, but just in isolation by themselves, they look good.
That's a very good point.
Compared to other companies,
Yeah.
these are really not good.
Yeah.
And I hope DC can get their shit together and make better toys. But I think when Michelangelo ultimately comes, I'm going to be happy with the purchase, even though I'm rating these individually quite low. As a set, I'm going to love it.
2.5, that's middle of the road. Not great, not bad, but that's a decent score.
I was really down on them yesterday.
Were you?
I was probably going to get a 1.
Wow, that bad, huh?
It was her elbows and his elbows and and just the visible joints really annoyed me. Just everything about it annoyed me yesterday.
Now, you being a shelf toy guy,
Yeah.
when you use the term playing with them, what does that mean to you? Just moving them around, testing out their articulation, or what?
It's a bit of that. So initially it's always kind of just seeing what the range is, what they can do, what they're capable of. But ultimately what I'd like to do is set up some scenes, something like this. I don't know if I'd go full diorama, but I would like to set up some scenes. And in order to do that, I need figures that move and can stand.
Right.
And look good while doing it.
Get yourself some stands.
Right.
I mean, that manhole cover. Oh, wait, you can't use that manhole cover.
Nope.
That's like one of the one unique things that came with Robin.
Right.
Manhole cover.
Right.
And you fucked that up.
Yep.
You fucked it up. Ugh. So we hope you've enjoyed this episode. Like, subscribe, and comment below. Check out our other GameStop exclusive Batman vs. Ninja Turtle 2-pack reviews. We'll be doing the other two. All the social media stuff is in the show notes and or at the bottom of the screen. And until next time, Heroes in a Half Shell.